What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Juliette and I'm a realtor and investor here in Orange County, California. So the investment that has me intrigued this month is gold, and that's why I'm bringing you guys this bonus video this Saturday. Now, if you watched my last video, you know that I'm currently investing in gold ETFs and gold mining stocks. But today I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into this revived gold phenomenon so that we can understand gold's allure and decide whether it's the right investment for you. It wasn't that long ago that being a gold bug was someone who hoards gold and somebody who was kind of doomsday obsessed and preparing for societal collapse. They were kind of seen as conspiracy theorists back then. Think of Glenn Beck in the 2000s.
Here are the three scenarios that we could be facing: recession, depression, or collapse. That's what the New York Times was talking about today. Collapse. Nothing left.
Giving Glenn Beck vibes was a great way to repel people at a cocktail party. Also, gold as an investment has been somewhat taboo because of the concept of dirty gold. It's estimated that as much of 90% of gold is dirty gold, meaning that it's mined using harmful chemicals and machinery that can wreak havoc on the environment and especially our rainforests. But the biggest reason that gold has felt passé for most of recent history is because gold produces no income. And when living in relatively stable economic times, gold as an investment means missed opportunity to make money. In other words, gold yields have been low compared to other investments like stocks and bonds. But something has happened in the last 5 years. Gold bugs have been vindicated. And Costco is making a killing as people stock up gold along with their rotisserie chicken and toilet paper. Let's explore this newfound mania. People often turn to gold when they don't trust their government, banks, or the economy. It's the classic safe haven investment. Gold prices went up during the 2008 financial crisis, then remained fairly flat for several years after. But today, a fresh wave of global crisis is making gold a hot commodity again. Let's break down why gold is suddenly in demand again. Okay, so let's talk about Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So when Russia invaded Ukraine, the US and other Western nations immediately froze Russia's foreign currency reserves. That meant Russia lost access to assets like US Treasury bonds and European banks, which they previously assumed were a safe place to store their money. Practically overnight, Russia had nowhere to turn except for gold, because gold can't be easily frozen, controlled, or weaponized like currency can. And so this sent a powerful message to other countries too. Financial assets aren't as safe as you might think. They can quickly become political leverage. So now many countries are quietly thinking, maybe we should have more gold on hand just in case. Okay, so now let's talk about how central banks everywhere are hoarding gold, even US allies. With wars, inflation, and geopolitical tensions making headlines, central banks around the world have started buying gold again. Even countries traditionally aligned with the US are quietly building up their gold reserves. So why are they doing this? Well, gold is universal. It's like the one currency that everyone can agree on. Unlike dollars or euros, gold isn't tied to any single country. And so this makes it an ideal hedge against inflation, currency collapses, or political turmoil. To simply put it, gold can withstand global chaos better than paper money. Okay, so let's talk about trade wars and China's shift away from the US dollar. So China is the largest foreign holder of US Treasury bonds, but lately they've been reducing these holdings and shifting more heavily into gold. So why the change? It's largely because of trade wars and growing tensions with the United States. The Chinese government worries that holding massive amounts of American debt puts them at risk, especially if tensions escalate and the US tries to freeze or restrict their assets, similar to what happened with Russia. So as a result, China has become a major gold buyer, increasing their gold reserves to diversify away from the dollar. But governments aren't the only ones going for gold. Individual investors are also jumping on this trend due to, for example, limited investment freedom and opportunity. Case in point, China's property crisis. So for decades, buying real estate was how Chinese people built their wealth. But recently, China's real estate market has collapsed, with millions of apartments sitting empty and prices plummeting. Real estate isn't the reliable investment that it once was, so people want alternatives. Gold is now seen as one of the safest ways for Chinese investors to protect their savings. Okay, secondly, let's talk about capital controls in emerging economies. So countries like China and Turkey impose strict rules limiting how their citizens can move money overseas. This makes investing in international assets extremely difficult or impossible. So people in these countries often buy gold since it's widely available locally and holds value even if their national currencies lose purchasing power or collapse completely. Okay, so thirdly, let's talk about India and their unmatched demand for gold. India's demand for gold is legendary, more than almost anywhere else in the world. But why do Indians buy so much gold? A huge part of it is cultural. Especially in India's rural communities, people often don't have easy access to banks, credit cards, or smartphones, meaning digital investing isn't an option. So instead, they invest their money in physical gold, usually as jewelry. Gold jewelry in India isn't just beautiful, it's practical savings. It's worn at weddings and festivals and celebrations, making gold both a cherished cultural symbol and a reliable way for them to preserve family wealth. Another cool fact that I want to share with you guys is that the world's gold is fixed, meaning that all the gold on Earth is the only gold on Earth forever and always, unless and until it falls from outer space again. So as you guys can see, nations and people all around the world are increasingly looking to gold as a secure place for their money. But what about you guys? With everything that we've talked about today, would you consider investing in gold? Do the environmental concerns about dirty gold mining make you think twice? And if you already hold gold, do you prefer physical gold like coins or jewelries or bars? And if so, how do you store it safely? Or do you prefer the convenience of investing through ETFs and digital gold? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're thinking about gold as part of your financial strategy. And as always, if you enjoyed this breakdown, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow on Sunday. Until then, be smart, be curious, and build wealth. See you guys next time. Bye.